So I just want to go through and give you a quick walkthrough of what we will be doing together on LinkedIn and a little bit more about the programs and coaching that I do provide. So it's LinkedIn Influencer and Lead Generation Program, and there's obviously some different options that you can consider along the way, which we'll chat at when we actually do catch up. But ultimately, the program is about helping you increase your lead generation, increase your visibility, your credibility, and your profitability, as well as positioning yourself as an expert and the industry go-to person, particularly as it relates to content curation, etc. And if you're somebody that's a consultant or a trainer, there's strategies to help you fill your events and workshops with ease that we'll be going through as well. So predominantly what I do when we have our phone catch-up or our consult is I'll go through and the ways of how I can help you be more visible, credible and profitable. I'll certainly ask lots of questions to determine what you want to achieve, what you're looking at achieving in the future, and what your time frames to set this up and the time that you have to implement whichever strategy you decide to choose, as well as your goals and your values, etc. Then I'll go through and explain in more detail what's changed in the world and what the opportunities are on LinkedIn. Some of that I'll give you in a minute. And then I'll go through in detail what we'll be doing as it relates to your profile, as well as making the recommendations to you as it relates to your schedule and timeline or speed of what you're wanting to achieve things. And we'll work out how we're going to do that together around your schedule and your work commitments. So let me go through and just explain some of the significant things that make a big impact. So those little things that make huge impacts on your LinkedIn profile. So we'll just focus on a couple of profiles here at the moment. Having your photo, a good quality photo, and them all sort of looking inwards to you, as in these examples here, are very, very relevant. The other thing that you can see here is Louise has got a great banner that clearly articulates and demonstrates what she does, as has Dr. Kylie. Then we have an older version of mine as it related to networking, and then we have Alyssa's banner there as well. So that little bit there is called the banner. The key thing is looking at how people have set their titles up. Now, this is very different. This is a strategy that we will focus on. It's all based around keywords, etc. As you can see there, networking for leaders, it's all based on the keywords that my clients would search for. And the same with Dr. Kylie, and the same again with Louise. So it's positioning and talking about what it is that we do. The summaries become very important. This is the about section. These are little mini sales pages, sharing a little bit about you and what it is that you believe and how you actually help clients in a friendly, chatty manner, but again, using keywords in the right spot. We then go to the experience section. This is generally where people will go, I've done this job, I've had this role before, I've done that. In this section, we do it very, very differently. We actually create this section into client clusters, which I'll share with you over here in a minute. If I just jump across to my profile, you'll also see that I have lots of media added in my about section, as well as within my experience section. And the reason we have media of different sorts in there, which is links and photos and videos, etc., or documents, is because you want to be able to tell the same story visually for those people that don't look at lots of text. So media is very important. The other area that's very important is the skills and endorsement section, and this is what you want to be noted for. So marketing strategy and networking are the key ones that I've chosen to have towards the top, as well as new business development, because they're the things that I'm most commonly known for. Just backtrack. And then the other key section is obviously recommendations. And this is where you can ask for recommendations and give recommendations. So like a testimonial. The other area is interests, and this is very key for lead generation. So we'll talk about the groups that you could be involved in to help you get further exposure within your network. So that was a quick overview on the profile. What I want to do now is just jump across to this side of the screen as it relates to outreach as well as keywords. So this is a PDF version of Alyssa's profile. And here you can see that we've got keyword money coach and then her client clusters, FIFO workers, first home buyers and property investors. We've got her storytelling or small storytelling summary section. We then move into the experience section, and here we've got her first client cluster, which is FIFO workers. So she's clearly articulated here how she can help and what insight she has as it relates to budgeting and FIFO workers. If you go back up to her title, her second client cluster is first home buyers, and you'll find that in the second experience section, first home buyers, and a little bit more about how she can help them and the common search terms that people would look for. We then go back to the title section, and you can see here that the next one is property investors and the fourth one is mortgage brokers. So if we go down to the third section, our third client cluster, in the experience section, we have mortgage brokers and a bit of a blurb on them as well, and then down to the executives. So that gives you a bit of an idea as to how and why the profiles look different, because we set the experience sections up as it relates to the client clusters. So effectively what we're doing in a nutshell is helping you to build a profile that makes you easy to find. We connect with clients, and then we create an engagement and a conversation strategy. We increase your visibility, we build your credibility through that process. It increases your likability because you're showing your humanized marketing and your human elements, and that's how it actually helps you increase sales. So basically what we would do from here is we would look at what strategy and what we're needing to do for you. The very first step would be I would go through and interview you and help you create and or write your LinkedIn profile for you. The second thing that we would do is the connect stage, which is to help you build your strategy of connecting with clients and build out the scripts, etc., that you can use to do that. So effectively create a full working, systemized script and lead generation process through connecting with people. And then the engagement component is your curation, which is articles and posts, as well as if you're going to be running events or whether you're just going to be catching up with one-on-one coffee meetings, group meetings, etc. And we'll look at ways that we can effectively use your time and your diary effectively, as well as looking at done-for-you solutions if you need. So that just gives you a very quick overview of the opportunities that you have on LinkedIn and what we're going to be able to do together to help you generate leads for your business so you become more visible, credible, and profitable.